Proverbs 19. Better is the poor man who walks in his integrity than he who is perverse with lips and a fool. Just as it is not good for the soul to remain without knowledge, he who rushes with his feet sins. The folly of a man will pervert his way, and his heart will be angry with the Lord. Riches win many friends, but to the poor, his own friend leaves him. The false witness will not go unpunished, and the one who breathes lies will not escape. Many allow themselves to be accommodated by the prince's favors, and each one is a friend to the one who gives gifts. All the poor man's brothers hate him. How much further will his friends move away from him? He runs after them with words, which are of no use. He who gains understanding loves his soul. Whoever cultivates intelligence will find good. The false witness will not go unpunished, and he who speaks lies will perish. It is not right for a fool to enjoy pleasures, how much less for the servant to rule over princes. A man's prudence causes him to withhold his anger, and it is his glory to overlook transgression. Like the roar of a young lion is the king's indignation, but like the dew on the grass is his benevolence. A foolish son is a disgrace to his father, and a continual drip to his wife's strife. The house and property are inherited from the parents, but from the Lord comes a wise wife. Laziness makes one fall into a deep sleep, and the indolent soul will suffer hunger. Whoever keeps the commandment will keep his soul, but whoever despises his ways will die. He lends to the Lord who has compassion on the poor, and he will repay his benefit. Punish your son while there is hope, but do not let your spirit get too high until you kill him. The man of great indignation must suffer harm, because if you free him you will still have to do it again. He listens to counsel, and receives correction, so that in the end you may be wise. There are many purposes in the heart of man, but the counsel of the Lord will remain. What man desires most is what is good for him, but it is better to be poor than a liar. The fear of the Lord leads to life. He who has it will be satisfied, and no evil will visit him. The lazy man hides his hand in his bosom, and he is not even willing to put it back into his mouth. He scourges the scorner, and the simple will take notice. He rebukes him who understands, and he will learn knowledge. He who afflicts his father, or sends his mother away, is a son who brings shame and dishonor. My son, listening to instruction, cease to deviate from the words of knowledge. The wicked mocks judgment, and the mouth of the wicked devours iniquity. Judgments are prepared for the scorners, and stripes for the backs of fools. Proverbs 20. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is an uproar, and whoever errs in them will never be wise. As the lion's roar is the king's terror, he who provokes him to anger sins against his own soul. It is honorable for a man to turn aside from matters, but every fool is a busybody. The lazy man will not plow because of the winter, so he will beg in the harvest, but will receive nothing. As deep waters is the counsel in the heart of man, but the man of intelligence will bring him out. The multitude of men proclaim their own goodness, but who can find a trustworthy man? The righteous walk in his sincerity, blessed will be his children after him. As the king sits on the throne of judgment, with his eyes he dispels all evil. Who can say, I have purified my heart, I am clean from my sin? 2 different weights and 2 kinds of measure are an abomination to the Lord, both. Even the child will make himself known by his actions, whether his work is pure and upright. The ear that hears, and the eye that sees, the Lord made them both. Do not love sleep, lest you become poor. Open your eyes, and you will be satisfied with bread. Nothing is worth it, nothing is worth it, the buyer will say, but as he goes, he will boast. There is gold and plenty of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. If someone stands as guarantor for a stranger, take his clothes, and as a pledge to him who binds himself for the strange woman. The bread of lies is sweet to man, but afterward his mouth will be filled with gravel. Every thought is confirmed with advice, and with good advice war is waged. He who has been babbling reveals the secret. Do not meddle with what flatters with his lips. Whoever curses his father or his mother, his lamp will go out in black darkness. The inheritance that is acquired in a hurry at first will not be blessed in the end. Do not say, I will take revenge on evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will deliver you. Different weights are an abomination to the Lord, and false scales are not good. Man's steps are directed by the Lord. How then shall a man understand his way? Tie is for man to appropriate what is holy, and only reflect after the vows have been made. The wise king scatters the wicked and makes the wheel pass over them. The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord, which searches everything within, even to the depths of the belly. Kindness and truth guard the king, and with kindness he upholds his throne. The youth's glory is his strength, and the beauty of old people is their gray hair. The welts of the wounds are the purification of the evil, as are the blows that penetrate even the most intimate part of the belly. Proverbs 21. Like rivers of water, so is the heart of the king in the hand of the Lord, who inclines it to all his will. Every way of a man is right in his eyes, but the Lord searches the hearts. Doing justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. The haughty eyes, the proud heart, and the forming of the wicked is sin. The thoughts of the diligent tend only towards abundance, but those of everyone in a hurry, only towards poverty. Working with a false tongue to lay up treasures is vanity that leads those who seek death. The prey of the wicked will destroy them, because they refuse to do justice. The way of man is all perverse and strange, but the work of a pure man is upright. It is better to live in a corner of a roof than to have a quarrelsome woman as a companion in a large house. The soul of the wicked desires evil, his neighbor is not pleasing to his eyes. When the scoffer is punished, the simple becomes wise, and the wise when instructed receives knowledge. The righteous considers the house of the wicked with prudence, but God destroys the wicked because of their evils. He who stops his ear to the cry of the poor, he himself will also cry and will not be heard. The gift given in secret appeases anger, and the gift in the lap puts an end to the greatest indignation. Doing justice is joy for the righteous, but destruction for those who do wickedly. The man who strays from the path of understanding will rest in the congregation of the dead. He who loves pleasure will suffer need. He who loves wine and oil will never get rich. The ransom of the righteous is the wicked, that of the honorable is the wicked. It is better to live in a desert land than with a quarrelsome and irritable wife. desirable treasure and oil are in the house of the wise, but the foolish man uses them up. He who follows justice and beneficence will find life, justice, and honor. The wise man scales the city of the powerful and overthrows the strength of his confidence. He who guards his mouth and his tongue keeps his soul from trouble. The proud and boastful, mocker is his name, deals with indignation and pride. The lazy man's desire kills him, because his hands refuse to work. The covetous man covets all the day, but the righteous gives and withholds nothing. The sacrifice of the wicked is already an abomination, let alone offering it with bad intentions. A false witness will perish, but the man who listens will always speak. The wicked man hardens his face, but the upright considers his way. There is no wisdom, no intelligence, no counsel against the Lord. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory comes from the Lord. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and make a comment.